What up, it's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. How y'all doing, everybody? We're gonna see how long this show takes. It's gonna be just me and Greg tonight. I'm gonna spout off a little bit of bullshit as usual, and we're gonna call it an evening. So thanks for joining us tonight. Without further ado, on the threes and fours, we got the man, the myth, the legend, motherfucking Greg in the house. We're gonna have to fix that fucking green screen. For some odd reason, StreamYard will not let Greg have a green screen. Fuck StreamYard. Every time we try to put an image on that motherfucker, we done swap the green screens out. We done swap the lighting. They just said Greg wasn't allowed to have nothing behind it.
Right. So we go. I'm gonna run it real quick. Here, I'm gonna set it up. Here, I'll just put a brick wall behind me for right now. See, I am moving.
Yeah. Look. Oh, you got a little motion.
There we go. So yeah, that's what happens. Thanks, StreamYard. No matter what I do, I updated. I've done every fucking thing. So
yeah, they done told us to go fuck ourselves. All right. So I gotta know, because Greg don't really know too much of other shit that I'd be talking about, but I'm sure he probably knows a little bit about this because it has something to do about football. Why does everybody hate fucking Taylor Swift? What is so important about Taylor? I mean, she's hot, but she's a cunt too. But she's hot. But I mean, that's about it. What is so fucking special about Taylor Swift going to a fucking football game?
Well, it's not because she's going to the football game. It's because she's dating somebody. I don't know who, because again, I don't get into football. But she's dating one of the guys. I don't know if it's quarterback, fullback, or whatever. But that's what the big stink is about, because of the whole Taylor Swift is dating the fucking football player. So, she's basically doing her high school dream.
Yeah, it's the American dream right there. And people are having a fit about it. What the fuck?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's fucking retarded. That's why I haven't really paid. I know about it because it's every fucking where. But
yeah, like I'm trying to find some real conspiracy shit, and I got Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift pops up more than any of the other. What was it? Jada Pinkett Smith. That cunt's really out there doing the thing. Why everybody forget about Miss Alpaca Head? Motherfuckers. Yeah, that shit. I don't get it. So here, I guess we'll just start with it. I'm sure everybody, they don't know why, and I'm sure I've heard everything from, he got charged $83 million because he raped a chick, and he got this and that. So Trump got a defamation case, and he lost, of course. And he was fined $83 million. Now, for the Trump haters out there, they're all loving it. They're all loving it. And for the people who are in the middle there and who don't have very much information about the whole situation, they're thinking that, Trump did some fuck shit. Nobody's really looking at the ramifications of what a lawsuit or a precedent like this sets. So, first of all, for all the podcasters out there, for all the social media creators, for all the content creators, for all the people who like just spouting off an angry fucking bullshit pot stirring, to spark a debate or whatever. for everybody, whether that was for or against abortion, whether that was for or against a particular religion, for or against the government. This is a severe, severe blow to our freedom of speech and freedom of what the fuck? It's freedom of speech or freedom of press, freedom of it's what is that? I'm trying to remember what that's the Second Amendment, First Amendment. First Amendment is freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why it's a freedom of speech issue is because he got the what he got fined $83 million for was defamation. And the defamation was 2 tweets he put out, which he basically denied ever messing with that woman. And he denied ever wanting to mess with that woman. So basically, in the layman's terms, he don't want to fuck you. And he's telling the world he don't want to fuck you. And that you're a liar. And you're mad that he's telling the world that he don't want to fuck you. Now take that aside. Take that aside.
Wait. So what you're saying is that she said that they fought, and he's
She
saying
claimed that Trump raped her in a some fucking store back in she don't even remember when. She said 60s or 70s, I believe, or maybe the 70s or 80s. It's been a while since I remember the whole everything of the case.
okay,
But she don't remember for sure the year. She don't remember for sure the day or month. She claims that Donald Trump came into this store, this fucking New York boutique, by himself and wanted to buy women's lingerie. So she was the only person apparently in this fucking building. She took him upstairs and was flirting with him. She admitted she was flirting with him and shit. And he supposedly was going to buy some panties or whatever. And he pushed her into a dressing room and diddled her a little bit and then left. She never pressed any charges. She never said nothing to nobody. She and then like she went on Anderson Cooper talking about how rape is sexy and all this shit, and then started flirting with Anderson Cooper, who everybody knows is gay. Like crazy shit. She's a reporter. She does some kind of weird column, sex column for I think the New York Post or some shit like that, or some kind of magazine or something. I mean, the chick is a fucking whack job. Like a mad whack job. And the only way she was even able to even get and she won the lawsuit. She didn't get, the court threw the rape charge out, but they did say he assaulted her, which everybody's going back and saying, no, Trump got, found guilty of rape. No, the fuck he did. He got guilty of assault. And, and she's not mad that happened. She's not mad that, all this bullshit went on or whatever. She's mad that Trump refuses to say he'd fuck her.
well,
and now, like I said, before we even deal on that end of the whole situation, my whole point of it is take Trump out of it. Take E. Jean Carroll out of it. Just put any regular person up there. On fucking Twitter, on a social media network, on his own. Matter of fact, this is my own. Say I did it on my own fucking social media thing. I said, no, I did not do what I was accused of. I would never touch that woman. And because I exercised my First Amendment right of freedom of speech, I get fined $83 million. I
mean, that's a bit excessive, but at the same time, yes, you have the freedom of speech, but you are not free from the repercussions of that freedom of speech. That's the same thing.
I understand that. You're not free from the consequences.
Right.
But what is the consequence of me saying I would never fuck that chick? $83 million. That's what the consequence is.
Well, like I just said, that's a tad bit excessive.
A tad.
When I say a tad, that's me being sarcastic.
$100 is excessive.
Do what?
I said $100 is excessive.
I don't know. Again,
that's a scorned lady. Like, she's mad that Trump didn't fuck her. She's mad that Trump didn't bend her over. Maybe she was stinky.
Wouldn't surprise me none.
Maybe that wasn't really a diddle. He did a dip and sniff and was like, "Oh no, this is it's huge.
That's very well the case.
The smell is just huge."
But I'm gonna call it now. That might be the next new thing. That if somebody doesn't find you attractive, you can turn around and take them to fucking court.
That's it now. That's setting a precedent for that.
I'm gonna call it. You're gonna start seeing a lot more of it.
Yeah. We'll see. And on top of, just for you saying that, now nobody talks about Tara Reid. You couldn't even remember who she was, and
I remember the name. I remembered the name, but I couldn't put two and two together. But yeah.
So Tara Reid, for you people who didn't know, is the woman who actually got finger banged by Joe Biden, unwantingly finger banged by Joe Biden. She's the real one who actually got, forced on whatever. She was the victim, a real victim. And right before she was going to testify against old Dirty Joe, she was ran out of the fucking country. She had to find political asylum in Russia. Old Dirty Joe denied everything. The lady was crazy. It was a political stunt, campaign, this and that, all this other bullshit against Obama. He slung it around and said they were trying to go against Obama through him, all this other bullshit. So, nobody says dick about her. She tried to get in there and, fuck Tara Reid. Well, now she got a lawyer from London. And now that E. Jean Carroll done set precedent, that means she can come back on old Dirty Joe. And she is suing him for $10 million, which is $5 million more than E. Jean's first lawsuit. Now, this is the way it's going to play out. If they let this shit go through the way it should, because now it's precedent. This is the way, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This has nothing to do with presidential. Well, I'll get to that. But this has nothing to do with anything that's, president. Well, this is him even before the presidency, just like Trump before his presidency. So now she's suing old Dirty Joe for $10 million. Now, if at any time old Dirty Joe says he would not do that, said he would not touch that woman, said he would never touch, if he says anything to the effect that Trump said, that should be another $83 million.
Well, it all depends on how it's worded.
Well, I'm just
like
if he says
Trump being Trump, Trump being Trump, being the smart ass that he is, and you could agree with me, the motherfucking smart ass. Being the smart ass that he is would be, nah, I'd never in my life, no, ain't no motherfucking way, nah, you could pay me enough money and type shit, right?
Right.
Joe Biden, on the other hand, might be saying, "Oh no, I would have never done that. I would at that time." He's not saying, "Hey, I wouldn't fuck her right now," but he's saying, "No, I'd never." You understand what I'm saying?
A little bit more tactful, but in the eyes of the court, he's still saying, "I wouldn't fuck that shit."
In the eye of the court, and it's all going to be about wording, how it's worded. You know what I mean? And that's how all this shit's going to really play out. Is Joe Biden's going to be going to play the victim, I guess you would say.
Yeah, of course.
Say, no, I wouldn't do that. Trump is going to be on Front Street and said, no, I wouldn't have done it back then, and I wouldn't do it now, and I wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? Being a smart ass about it. And a lot of this shit, to be honest with you, I think is why Trump has the problems that he has. Is because he's like this group here. You know, you got a smart mouth and says what he wants to say, and that kind of again goes back to my, you know, you have the freedom of speech, but the repercussions of what you say is going to be brought against you. And then being in this world today of a bunch of fucking butt hurt fucking people, and, you can't make a left turn without somebody getting pissed off.
It's a gender fluid term.
Again, and this is,
But
it,
even
yeah.
even in that way, I feel like because the defamation basically is not in the eyes of the court. The court awards the amount hurt. The defamation comes in the eyes of the person. That's what I found out about this court case. So what she felt, how'd she feel about it? So how fucking Tara Weed feel about it when she got forced on she's seeking you gotta the only place there's like not very many places that are worse than Russia to go seek asylum. You know, only thing worse I can think of is like North Korea or fucking the litter box. You know, so you know that's there's defamation all over that. There's all kind of defamation. But on the other hand now, because I feel like this is where it's really going to get interesting. I feel like OJB is going to use the presidential immunity that he can't be charged or any of that under the presidential immunity clause, which generally would work. But no, his people pretty much stuck a dick in the presidential immunity clause trying to go after Trump. So if they were to let Biden get presidential immunity, then Trump has presidential immunity and everything goes away. So
Well,
in order for Biden to win, Trump has to win.
right. But in everything that's going on, I feel bad for Biden because to me, he's just a senile old man that's being led around by somebody and in the lead. And this again, this is coming from somebody that doesn't get into all this shit like you know what I mean? But uh yeah, you know, it like yeah, he might have done his dirt and everything in back in the day. You might think it's a play, but I honestly think this motherfucker don't even know where he's at 95% of the time. And
He went to South Carolina and told everybody in the speech that the nations of the world are begging him to beat Trump. First of all, wait a minute. Begging you to beat Trump. So you can beat Trump. There's a way you can beat Trump. That means you're cheating, and the world knows that you've been cheating.
but
That's
again, this is what I'm saying. I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody else. Somebody
I
else
think
is leading.
honestly, if he is getting his strings pulled, it's there's two sets of people. It's Hunter and his wife Jill, and Barack and Mike.
To me, it don't matter. What it is that this cat's a goddamn puppet. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody's riding on this dude, and like everybody hates him, and I don't even think he realizes it that people hate him. It's because he got people around him like, oh, everybody loves you. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I caught a couple of his hot mics. He's pretty fucking coherent. You know that I honestly feel like at the end of the
Again,
day, he's gonna pull some fuck
Marta,
shit.
you ever dealt with somebody with Alzheimer's?
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
want you to think about that person. I want you to think about that person in a lot of situations that this cat is in right now.
see, I think about it in the long game. This is what I see.
Nah,
I
that's not
see
what you need to do.
I see I can scoop up and take care of anybody and everybody. and fuck
Right.
everybody I can on the way. And at the end of the day, I could play like Papa ain't got his wits no more, and I don't get to go to jail, and my son don't
Right.
get to go to
Again,
jail.
that's that.
None of
Like
my
I said,
legends.
that's where you see it as a play. Right. I totally agree with you. It's a play, but your person at fault is not my person at fault. You understand what I'm saying? It's what I'm saying. I don't know, because to me, it like for somebody to go up and say some of the stupidest shit that I've ever seen somebody say. I
What kills me is this the mainstream media, the legacy media. They think that he speaks so eloquently. They think that he speaks so good and so that. But did you hear what he just said? Like even George Bush is out there like I don't know what he's saying, man.
right.
And George Bush was the one who said, "If you fool me once, yeah, shame on you. You fool me twice, you can't fool the fooler. You can't."
But again, no, I disagree because I think, dude, honestly, if you honestly think about it, like, and take your whole he's playing the game out of the whole situation, he's playing stupid. He's playing your mama. It basically what we're saying. So let's take into hand that all right, yeah, this chat done a bunch of stupid shit in his life. Now how old is this chat?
He'll 81, 81.
81. 81 years old. But hold on a second. Okay. But all right, so let me put it this way. Okay. 81 years old. You know where most 81-year-olds are right now?
Jesus.
If not, they're in a goddamn nursing home. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where I'm at. All right. At 81 years old, now at again, 81 years old. Yes, you have a lot of experience, but guess what? Your body's old, your mind's old.
That's what you get for sapping on them baby fetuses. They keep you young.
Anyway, so you have this cat at 81 years old in the eye of the public, like not even in the eye of the public, but the eagle eye of the public. Like at 81 years old, you know what I want to do at 81 years old? Not a motherfucking thing, nothing. And I'm telling you right now, this man probably feels the same fucking way, and he's just out of it and just gone, like
And I still can't
100%.
understand. Like, there's people who still support him, dude. Like, I listen to some people just Joe Biden's. What the fuck are you watching? What are you like? I
Listen,
try to figure it out. Like, I try
I'm
to see where maybe I'm wrong. And
no, listen. I'm
these
trying to focus
whack
on one
jobs,
thing.
man.
I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time here, okay? Now you're talking about world stupidity, which is just a whole another realm of fucking conversation. But back to this whole situation, all right? A man at 81 years old just don't fucking care no more. I want you to think about any old schooler in your life over the age of fucking at 60.
45.
No, just 60. Anybody over the age of 60, I want you to explain to me their attitude. Did they give a shit about anything?
No, I don't know.
No, because you know why? They were 60 years old. They didn't give a fuck because they knew they were going to die soon, and they didn't give a fuck what was going to happen about anything.
Shit, you become president, you got you another 20 years on you. That's another child support payment.
Right. So now you're talking. Now you're talking another
That's what you
21
mean
fucking
because
another
like
21 years after that. You have a man standing there in the eye and in the eagle eye of the fucking public that has to make a speech that has a whole fucking crew of people writing shit and everything else around him. So he's reading this before he goes up on stage and his old timers gets in and he's back in the fucking 70s in a war or whatever the fuck he's doing at that goddamn time, you know.
Vietnam.
And then,
We're trying
in
to
the middle
die.
of
We're
reading
trying
this
to
shit,
die.
and it gets one sentence into this. It says, all right, this is the boringest fucking thing I've ever read. So By the second sentence, he's over there in fucking Kuwait or wherever the fuck he's at, and that's where all these things. And I'm honestly, this is why I feel bad for this dude because that's where he's at. He could play, and even if he's playing it, and I'm telling you right now, at 81 years old, if this man is playing a part, he is one of the best goddamn fucking actors I've ever. You better put this cat back up with fucking uh uh just any fucking actor in the world.
Dude, Putin's getting up there in age, and everybody loves to say he's dying and he got fucking cloned. That motherfucker, I watched the Russian news and the coverage. Ain't shit wrong with Putin. Putin walking around buff. He got his guys. They don't even stand next to him. They're like
How old is
5-6
Putin?
feet away from him.
How
Putin's
old?
what, late 70s, I think late 70s. He's a little bit younger than Biden and Trump. I think he might be Trump's age, because Trump's in his mid 70s. So I think Putin and Trump are the same age, but Biden papa, but he claimed they gave him a cognitive test. Everything is fine.
Who? Biden?
Yeah, they gave him a
Oh,
cognitive
they better
test.
give that
They
cat
gave
like 4 or
Trump
5.
cognitive test too.
Listen, every dog has his goddamn day. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
He fed. And then how you like this? I'm glad you
Listen,
brought this shit up.
listen, half the females out there right now, if they think they're pregnant, you think they're gonna take one goddamn test? Nope, they taking 3, 4, 5, 8, 12, whatever.
So
Yeah, I every goddamn dog has his day. I'm just saying.
so speaking of the fucking White House and shit, so we still never found out where that cocaine came from, and we still never
cares,
found
right?
out how much. The bag went from a bag to a baggie to a. I think they had the nerve to call it a nickel bag on CNN or one of them things. So, bitch, nickel bag, really? You dope doing little hoe. but but anyways, so they pulled up now. The new thing is, and they're saying, well, Trump was in office, but Trump don't got nothing to do with the fucking White House hospital people or doctors or nothing like that. If anything, they run, they're higher up than the fucking president and shit. But they were dishing out unusual amounts of fentanyl and all kind of other fucking dope, pretty much. Like, so basically, they just selling dope out the White House now.
As far as that coach goes, man, being in that atmosphere, like I'll give you a scenario. Could have a security guard letting somebody in to do something that they should be letting them in, hands him a bag of coke. And I only say this because I don't do coke, none of that shit. And I've had bags handed to me as a mechanic for doing work on cars, and straight just threw that shit in the trash or set it somewhere, or because I didn't want it. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, and that ain't me. So that could be the whole scenario, that whole situation. Everybody's just blowing it the fuck up. You know what I mean? Just one
See,
guy taking a generous donation and not being injured to that person, but not keeping it on him because they don't want it.
well, the whole thing about it is not only did the size of the bag change drastically,
Oh, it's
but
going to.
but the place of the bag changed. Like I think in one day the bag changed places like 4 times. It went. They even had it at one point. They supposedly found it by Kamala Harris's car, or the entrance, not by Kamala Harris's car, but by the entrance where Kamala Harris parks and comes in. They
Right.
tried to throw Kamala under the bus for that shit.
Right, but how big is that fucking parking lot? You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean?
it was in the hallway where Kamala comes in. But either way, I mean, even like saying what you're saying, that could have been anybody's. That could have been the president's. It could have been Hunter's. It could have been the security guard. It could have been the janitor's. It could have been somebody's.
It could have been one guy that made it through the security doors and then seen a bunch of security guards and threw the shit off because he didn't want to go for the next door, having that shit in his pocket. Yeah, it's so
The,
many scenarios. But
the
yeah,
point of the matter, though, is somewhere where we thought the nation, not just us, where the nation thought was supposed to be the most secure. The only thing that's supposed to be more secure than the White House is Fort Knox. That is the only thing that is supposed to be more secure. And not only did we, like, there's supposed to be more cameras than Vegas in the White House. Not only do you not have a camera in that hallway or don't have camera footage,
Right.
but
And you know what all that tells me? It's just a media stunt, just to have attention, just to. That's all
well,
it is.
even with the January 6th tour, how the fuck did that happen?
Check out your time.
I sees it. I sees it. Love you, Scotty. You're a little freaky on this one today. But yeah, the fact that this was supposed to be one of the most secure places, and supposedly in the world, we were always taught. You get whatever happened to. I remember growing up, there was supposed to be anti-aircraft guns on top of the White House. There was supposed to be all kind of. There was a no-fly zone above the White House, supposedly. There was,
Well, I mean, that's a good idea, yeah.
There's supposedly claymores. Even in the military, we were told there's supposed to be claymores that are crowd disbursement claymores. They're non-deadly, but they explode with these hard-ass rubber pellets to back people away from the White House. Where? We've already had the Jan 6 tour. We had the Palestinian people who nobody want to talk about bust in there. What happened to our capital? What I mean, now they're starting to put fences up around Biden's house. Why?
Well,
everybody, all the conservatives are like, oh, he don't want borders there, but he got borders there. They need them. Papa walking around. They don't want him to walk off. I wonder if that old racist fuck has a fit every time he sees Kamala walking through that damn building.
Who knows?
So on a different note, we're gonna switch it up here for a quick minute. Because
right.
I bought something today. I bought something today, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I support Israel and whatever. America needs to keep their nose out of there. That's their business. If don't slap somebody if you don't expect to get slapped back. And the motherfuckers slapped Israel, and they slapped and kept slapping and kept slapping and kept slapping. I mean, that's shouldn't fucking slap. Now you feeling it. I mean, I ain't trying to take the brutality out of it. I ain't trying to take, I ain't trying to say right or wrong. But what is wrong is the U.S. claiming that they supporting Israel and helping Israel out, but we starting a war over fucking Iran that is nowhere fucking near Israel. But you talked to old Dirty Joe about that. But anyways, like I said, I support Israel, and my grandson actually goes to a Jewish school, and I see them doing a lot of good things for him. I don't know what y'all people be talking about. There ain't no kind of racism. They don't look down on him. They actually love my grandson there, and whatever. I don't care whatever God pushes him through life and makes him a better man. So be it. So in support of the Jewish people and the support of my grandson, I done got me a fucking menorah. Look at that. That's fucking beast, dude. And it's and it's metal.
Oh, that reminded me of like South Park.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
South Park. Yeah, because they had, and look, wait a minute, this comes. Oh, look, yeah, it does. Look, South Park did the song, the Dreidel song. Remember the Dreidel song?
Dreidel,
This
dreidel, dreidel.
you
Yeah.
made me out of clay, Dreidel. This comes with fucking dreidels. Wait a minute.
Oh shit.
Uh, and they even spelt it right with the Chonica instead of the H. So this is for my Hebrews and my Shebrews.
Shebrews? What the fuck is a Shebrew?
Oh, see, I think that's kind of maybe racist.
Might be.
All right, so they gave me fake gold coins, and it says Jerusalem of gold coins. It's Jew gold. Oh, they gave me Jew gold.
Gotta be worth something, right? No, it came from Jews.
That's some fucking racist shit right there. That's fucked up. They threw Jew gold in the menorah. They was gonna fuck it up some way. But yeah, look, they gave me 4 dreidels. They were little wooden dreidels. I didn't even know what the fucking dreidel was. I guess what is it? It's a top. Let's see. Yeah, it dreidels.
He
What up,
said it
nigga?
dreidels.
It's got all kind of words on there that
Hi, Megan.
it says. One says none and NES. So maybe a nun that played Nintendo. And one says hey and hiya. Oh, okay. I guess it got words and then it has like the translation on them. I don't know why Shin would be on there, but Shin's translation is sham. But yeah, there's 2 white ones and 2 blue ones. And what else is in this box? Let's try to Hanukkah candles. It even came with candles. So is it like sacrilegious to put the candles in the Hanukkah pipe before or like after Robanza or whatever the fuck it's called? Look that little that fit in there. Hell yeah. I feel like who was it? Scrooge, who had to walk around the house at night with the fucking the lantern or whatever. I want to turn off all the lights in my house and just walk around old timey style.
Right. All right. So I gotta go take a piss. I will be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back. How you gonna take a piss in the middle of the show? So yeah, ladies and gents, I'm trying to get these candles in here. They look like they might not have been made for this. I don't know if there's a special significance on the candles or which way they get put in here. But alright. And my support for Israel and my grandson and all my Hebrews and Shebrews. There you go. That's my manure there. Maybe I don't know if I should leave them candles in there because my kids are assholes in my house catch on fire. Ugh. Oh my god. So, all right. Now we got. I guess I touched on it a little bit before, but we'll hit on it again till Gray comes back. But now the president of Mexico is having a fit about all the illegals coming in through Mexico. I don't understand it. A lot of people don't get the shit. I brought up the topic of the illegals and how the Mexican president is now asking the U.S. or I think they were asking the U.S. For an investigation on all the illegals in Mexico. Ain't that about a bitch? Well, but I mean, again, like I was saying, I don't understand. Um, like that's one of everybody talks about this racism thing and this woke shit and all this other shit. But when you think illegals, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? And everybody's mind, Mexican. It's not Mexico no more. We always had Mexican illegals coming across the border. When I was growing up, people knew. Do you go down Texas, Southern California, Arizona? That's all the people worked. They worked in the fucking fruit fields, shit like that. Or they worked in the hotels, or they worked in they took care of shit down there. They were the maids, they were the babysitters, all that shit. I mean, fucking Schwarzenegger even got kids by one. You know, that we all knew that shit.
He says, I ain't racist. I'm woke. I hate everybody.
That is
Well, I kind
not.
of hate everybody too.
Yeah, that's not woke.
So,
That's not woke.
yeah, it's not
Now, if
woke.
you would hate everybody because you're a transgender and we don't like you, then that's woke.
No, I think you're wrong there.
You
But
have to be
yeah,
transgender.
that's still not the definition of woke.
Shut up. It sounded good.
It did sound good, but no, it's horrible.
But I mean, like I was saying, everybody knew that we had the Mexicans. I mean, we used to make fun of it. There was TV shows about it. Nobody really cared about the Mexicans coming through. You know, they had MS-13. So fucking what? We got the Bloods and the Crips. You know, they outnumbered them. I mean, and then if you want to go into the white folks, then you got the Aryans down there, and you got the bikers. So I mean, we always had them. We knew, we fucking knew. But now, what's coming up through is the Haitians, and what other what's the other people? The Venezuelans. First of all, the Haitians, and this is not being mean, rude, look it the fuck up. It's statistically accurate. It's not, that ain't even statistics, it's reality. Haiti carry the second most amount of AIDS in the world. They're born generations upon generations of AIDS. And everybody thinks Haiti is their own separate thing. No. There's a big island there. Half of Haiti is Port-au-Prince, one of the biggest fucking resort nation islands in the world. And they don't even want the fucking Haitians to come across their border. They don't even call themselves Haitians. And those folks, are crime ridden and they don't give a fuck, are coming in through. The Venezuelans, those are the ones that got a lot of the cartels and shit. And those are the cartels that do the sand people shit. They cut your heads off and they cut your hands up and they video, but only these people put it on TikTok and shit. A lot of them sand people, they get other people videotape them and that shit gets leaked out because the sand people don't believe in that. That's why that one lady that was in Jerusalem couldn't be on the show because she couldn't be on camera. But so those things with the sand people are leaked out. The Venezuelans put that shit on TikTok. I'm part of them. I've seen it. I seen some shit that look just recently, and it wasn't on TikTok. It was on fucking Facebook. And yeah, fuck you, Facebook. Whatever algorithm out there. I can't post Hitler in the corner sulking because he's an asshole with a dunce cap on 420. But I just not even 20 minutes ago, I watched some kind of Hispanic lady walk near a creek. There was a kid, looked like a teenage kid, sitting next to, or it was not a creek.
Yeah, but that was a private group. That was a private group.
Doesn't matter. Private
yes,
my
it
ass.
does. Yes, it does because it's
all
not
I
to the
put
public.
was a dude in a dunce cap. This kid just got his. He was It was Picasso painting people. I ain't even gonna say it because I hear certain words. It was
When you
Picasso painting.
posted the Hitler thing or whatever, was it in a private group?
No, it was on my fucking page.
Right. Not a private group. A private group means that only certain people can see that for certain fucking reasons. To the public, it's totally fucking different.
I still think it's fucked up. I
Because
mean, again,
if you
it's
would have
not my
posted the
rule.
other video right under the one with Hitler, I guarantee you both of them would have been knocked the fuck out. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And again, I bitch about that and I complain about it, but it's also because people like to get this shit twisted all the time. It's my choice to be on Facebook. At any time, I can stop this podcast. At any time, I can go and take this shit to another fucking station. Y'all people need to quit thinking you got a right to this platform. You got to quit thinking that you got rights on this platform. Ultimately, if Facebook wants you to fuck off, whether you think it's right or wrong, whether you decided to tie your whole life into content creating or putting your business on here, and they decide you say something to take it away, you don't have a right to any of that. You don't. Quit thinking you do. You don't have the right on Facebook. You don't have the right on YouTube. You don't have
No,
the right.
the reason why you don't is because of them subscription things that you're supposed to read.
Exactly.
It tells you it takes your rights away. 98% of people out there don't read that, and that's why
And
they
even
have
if
the
they
problem
did
that you
read it,
have.
they would rather say yes and do what they do on their platform
Right.
than not
And
do
then
it.
turn around and bitch because
Yep.
they can't do it. Well, if you would have read the shit when you signed up, you would have known you can't do that shit.
I see it in the Senate hearings all the time. I mean,
Right.
there's some fuck shit that all of them do. Even Elon Musk shit. There's just shit that's built into the system that is just fuck shit. But you agree to that fuck shit. You can't, no matter how many Congress hearings you have, no matter how many Senate hearings you have, no matter how many mean posts or tweets you put out. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not your circus. It ain't your monkeys. You just walking down the motherfucking fairway, bitch.
Yep.
I see all this. Like, I can't believe they took my page down. Like, I watched, and a couple of them, it is sad. I'm not going to lie. Because a lot of these kids, a lot of these people put a lot of time and work and effort into what they're doing. And a lot of them got shut down. And I've seen, big grown ass men crying because they're about to take their page down. Yeah, it's not right. I don't agree with the reasoning they're taking the page down. I agree with everything y'all said.
But
But
the
at
problem
the end
is,
of the
the problem,
motherfucking day,
they
it,
agreed to it.
right. That's it. It's it.
Yep.
And what the biggest problem of it all is that now, I mean, even though they always had that right, but now you got these little butthurt fuckwits that are out here that if they don't agree with you or they don't this or that, it's just like that easy to complain and get you taken off. And that fucking
Yep.
sucks. And that's a fucking bitch move. But again, you agreed to
Again, so you have the freedom of speech, but you don't. And 90% of the people that think they have it on the platforms that they are on don't even realize they don't have it.
or they've been limited to their freedom so much that they think that that's what real freedom is.
Right.
These younger kids think that those are the rules that apply to life. The rules that apply to the internet are the rules that apply to life. So you could disrespect anybody. You could talk shit to anybody. You could do this, this, and this as long as you adhere to the rules that you don't get bumped offline.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that. That is the way everybody's working.
It's
Why
what it
should
is, man.
why should I go out and get money when I can get credits online and buy everything I need online?
Yep.
It's fucking crazy. Ugh. Let's see. Was there anything else out there? Where we at in time?
Like 10 minutes.
No,
10 minutes. 10
Ah,
minutes.
10 minutes.
That's
10
racist.
minutes.
That's racist. That's racist. I shouldn't have
No,
done it.
no. Let
I
me tell you.
apologize to all
Let me tell
the.
you this right here. Give me a
What?
second, a moment. We have 10 more minutes, and I hope that we have changed some of your thinking. And I hope that we can change this administration. Change, people, change. So me and Mikey, we'll see you next time. I've been working on my Obama voice. Any good?
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Fuck you, Obama, America. That's my redneck voice.
That was spot on.
And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna cut this short here. You guys be good to each other. Don't believe this media bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's us against them. Be good to each other. And from Upside Down Studios, we out. We'll see you next week.
Good night.